A very good afternoon to each and every one of you present here. My name is Mohammed Fahim Faisal. I am from Kendrapada district and today I will be speaking on the topic Panch Pran of Amritsar. Ladies and gentlemen, on the 15th of August 2022, when our nation celebrated Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, 75 years to the freedom from British occupation, our Prime Minister addressed us from the Lal Killa. And in his address to the nation from the Lal Killa, the Prime Minister called on each one of us to take the Panch Pran, the 5 oath, which happens to be the topic for our declaration today. The first of these Panch Pran, and perhaps the most important of them all, is the goal of developed India. But to understand what developed India looks like and what challenges, obstacles, problems we need to overcome to achieve this goal of developed India, it is first important that me and you and all of us take on a journey. A journey back in time to 1947, when some 75 years ago, after decades of sacrifices and struggle, our founding fathers, our freedom fighters, brought forth upon this continent, this nation, a free India, and laid down in the very constitution of our country, in the very founding documents of this nation, the idea of an India where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. The democracy is not but a way of life, and when each of its citizens, irrespective of his caste, creed, color, religion, language, gender, is entitled to the same freedom, the same rights, the same equality. Ladies and gentlemen, 75 years in, why is it important that we take on this journey? It is important that we take on this journey because unless we understand the values on which our freedom struggle is based on, we can never really work for a developed India. This journey will also help us understand the struggle and sacrifices of our founding fathers who put in everything they had so that a free India would take birth. And I repeat, a free India, which brings me to the second Pran, removal of every trace of colonial mindset from our heads. We are a free nation, an independent nation, a sovereign nation, and there cannot be any trace of colonial mindset in our head. We are our own masters. We are no longer any other country's colony. This journey will also help us, all the more important, this journey will also help us to understand what we have achieved in these 75 years and what is left to be achieved. Today when we talk about our country, we are the world's largest democracy. We are the 5th largest economy in the world. Over 1 lakh startups, 100 plus unicorn startups. We have landed on the moon, in fact created history by becoming the first ever nation to land on the southern hemisphere of the moon. Today our country is emerging as the voice of global south. We are the voice of dialogue, diplomacy and peace in conflicting times. Not just this, we have achieved incredible things in these 75 years, but our past is also filled with glory. That quote of Mark Twain comes to my mind. India is the cradle of human race, the birthplace of human speech, the mother of history, the grandmother of legend, the great grandmother of tradition. This is a nation where over 1,000 plus dialects are spoken, where almost all major religions are practiced, where people across cultures, across traditions have been living together, coexisting peacefully for centuries. Which brings me to the third Pran, which is we have to take pride in this nation's culture, in this nation's heritage. But at the same time know that our country is an incredibly diverse country. As I said, over 100 plus languages, so many religions, so many ways to dress, so many ways of life, yet we are all Indians. There is no one culture that defines us, no one identity that defines us, no one fixed stereotype that defines us, yet we together define this, that is Bharat, that is India. Ladies and gentlemen, this brings me to the fourth Pran, which is unity. But are we united? Look at what is happening in Manipur, where fighting has started between the two tribes, Kuki and Maitri. Look at what happened in Haryana a few months back, where a communal violence broke out. Look at the newspaper headlines every 2 months where a Dalit student in premier institutes of our country is committing suicide because of caste-based discrimination. Are we united? Ask yourself, are we? This brings me to the fifth Pran, which is our duty towards our nation. And I believe the greatest duty that we, the youth of this country, can do for this nation is not to turn a blind eye to the wrongs, injustices and problems happening in our nation. It is true that we have to be proud of our achievements. It is true that we have to be proud of our glory. But that does not mean we turn a blind eye to every wrong that is happening in our country. 75 plus years to our independence, yet today millions live in excruciating poverty. Millions die from hunger and diseases that could have and should have been prevented. Even today there are women in many parts of our country that are fed less, overworked, underpaid, not schooled, subjected to violence in and outside their homes. They are denied the access to see a go to a school, they are denied the most basic of legal and human rights. Even today there are women that are forced into prostitution, that are burned to death because their dowry is being too low. Look at the case of Bilkis Bano, where 11 of her convicted rapists, I repeat, convicted rapists, were released from prison and treated with sweets and garlands. Look at the news that came out from Hathras a few months back, where a 19-year-old Dalit woman was raped and then burned to death. Look at what happened in Manipur and Bengal, where women were being paraded naked on streets. Is this the India of Amritkar? I ask you, is this the India of Amritkar? As I said, religious intolerance and caste-based discrimination are also on the rise. Every few weeks you hear caste-based discrimination, every few weeks you hear lynching, every few weeks you hear these sort of news that totally break us. When an 8-year-old kid in Muzaffarnagar, UP is beaten up by his classmates on instruction of his class teacher because of his religion, you know that everything is not right. And if you say everything is right, I have only the words of the poet, फूल शाखों से खिलने लगे तुम कहो, चांद रिंदों को मिलने लगे तुम कहो, इस खुली झूठ को, जहर की लूट को, ऐसे दस्तूर को, सुबह बेनूर को, मैं नहीं मानता, मैं नहीं जानता. But I am not hopeless. I am not hopeless in the future of this nation. This nation has seen many times where its democracy was plunged into darkness. This nation has seen many times where freedom of press was muzzled, when religious intolerance, caste-based discrimination were at all-time high. But we never broke. This is a nation of 1.5 billion Indians. And for a nation to become developed, as our Prime Minister wants, as we all want by 2047, what we need in this nation is not hatred, what we need in this nation is not violence, what we need is compassion and love, so that our India at 2047 will be an India that to the world is a proud example of plurality, of diversity, that is secure in itself. An India where 1.5 billion people live together happily and in peace. At the end, I would like to conclude with a prayer of Allama Iqbal. हो मेरे दम से यूं ही मेरे वतन की ज़ीनत, जिस तरह फूल से होती है चमन की ज़ीनत. May through our lives, our nation attain elegance as the flowers add elegance to a garden. With that, I conclude. Thank you and have a great day. Thank you.